Hi, I'm Liana. I want to welcome you to this channel, and I'm doing this video because I'm celebrating 4,000 subscribers. And if you're thinking, well, it's not that much, apparently for me it is. I've been doing videos recently where I've shared that I've mobilized more with just 1,000 people in my country. So 4,000 subscribers, I can do a lot with you guys in terms of building change in perspectives, transformation in our lives and those around us. So to me, this number is big, and I got the insight a few hours ago. So I hopped on to say welcome here to all the newcomers and to share a little bit about myself, what you find here, how I work, and so that we can get better acquainted. So first of all, I was born and raised in Bucharest, Romania. That's Southeastern Europe. Doesn't matter so much nowadays because everything's online and you get a lot of my knowledge in videos here, in other social media, on my platform, on other platforms as well. So it doesn't really matter where I'm from, but just to put a GPS on the, on the map somewhere for me. And I've started doing somatic sexuality coaching just 4 years ago, basically. When I started, the channel was older. I had it for a long time. I wasn't using it, but I started uploading stuff 4 years ago. And I started that because I was facing a lot of distressing stuff in my personal life, turmoil, suffering, just confusion, lack of information, lack of support, lack of understanding, a lot of unhealthy things, and I couldn't have it anymore. So I just started reading, growing, developing myself. And in 2016, when I started the channel, I had gone to an intensive massage training, tantric massage, so around sexuality. And one of the things that the instructors there said marked me so much that I said, okay, I'm opening my community. Basically, after 10 intensive days of being in the full Monty and learning all sorts of techniques in receiving and also giving them, we had made a huge leap. Very intensive training, by the way. If I didn't say that enough, I'll say it now. And at the end, we were told, you've learned and you've grown tremendously here. Some people never get this kind of information in their entire lives. But if you go back to your everyday life and you don't change absolutely anything, the inertia of your life is so powerful that it can draw you back where you were before you came here. So we highly advise you to change something, which is what I did. In my case, the only thing that I could do at the time, and it was in 100% of my power, was to build a community around this topic. Yes, in a very wild and insane country when it comes to sexuality, as Romania can be. Initially, it was designed just for women. I felt more comfortable, being in a woman's body to help other women. I also didn't want to give the wrong impression because it was pretty toughly received. Though nothing up front, but in the back scenes, I heard a lot of stuff. To this day, I still hear them. So I went with the safer approach for women. But in time, and this is valid for a lot of my online classes that I've done on other platforms, YouTube, some of my other social media, most of my audience is male, actually, or identified as male in the statistics. So I opened up and I said, you know what, whoever needs this kind of work and understand that it's personal growth and it doesn't take it for something else, then I'll share this work and I'll uplift this restriction, just for women. Because anybody who wants to grow deserves my respect, my attention, my energy, my input. So nowadays the stuff that I do is valuable for either men, women, LGBT, or anybody that wants to join and learn. And the way I teach, quote unquote, is first of all on my social media, which is for free, unless you want to support me. In 4 years, I haven't really asked for this kind of support, but nowadays I've felt the need to bring stuff that is more high quality. That means work with professionals. So the public videos here, if you ever resonate with them, if you ever learn anything from them, consider in the upper right corner of my YouTube channel, consider supporting my videos. It's a PayPal button where you can donate any sum of money that you feel okay with. Otherwise, please know that you're gonna have access to these for free. It's a public channel, and I want to keep it as public. I want to put all my public endeavors here. So YouTube, and then there's also my Instagram channel, and you have my Instagram handle also in the upper right corner. What's different there is that lately I've started to activate my community through the stories function, where people can anonymously answer. If they answer privately to one of my stories, I will ask for permission to share without showing their names or their icons, so it's 100% anonymous. And I was beautifully surprised to see how people were answering to stories, and other people were answering to what those people answered. And there was a communication through me via the stories function, and people just started, thanking one another, contributing to sending good thoughts, and so on. If you hop onto my Instagram channel, you're not going to see that much interaction in the public place, although I wished it was more. But through the stories, you're going to see a lot braver insights, personal experiences, and so on. So that's another way in which you can interact with me differently. Also, the work that I do, so the posts on Instagram or the videos here, are extracted either from my appreciation of what I feel is useful, or from questions that I repeatedly receive from my community, and therefore I see a pattern. So I say, okay, this might be worth bringing to the forefront. What I would like to say is that I try to stay away as much as I can from the very cliche, in my opinion, 4 ways how you can touch somebody's penis or vagina, 3 ways in which you can have female ejaculation, 5 ways in which you can do anal sex, and so on. So I try to stay away from those. I try to focus more on the soft skills, the ability to be present with yourself, to identify sensations, to understand where you come from mentally, emotionally, to hold space for somebody else, which is super, super challenging. I would know from my personal experience, first and foremost. And also to question whatever ways you have to open up and to learn more. I feel that this is the solid foundation upon which all techniques, accessories, positions, and so on will work better. So that's what you're going to see here. And it's not a mainstream approach. It's not a comfortable approach also. It's not a commercial approach, sadly for me. But though I too have to survive, I'm not here for the commercial aspect. To the core, I'm an activist, meaning I change people's perspectives, perceptions, ways of being through bringing a new perspective and through actually doing things. Courses, videos, posts, texts. Soon I'll also start podcasting, so you'll have my voice in presenting different ways, the same revolutionary information. And last but not least, what I would like to say is in the upper right corner, you're gonna find a link, the very last one, to my Sex Dojo for Women. That is my platform, my personal platform, professional personal platform, where I share the techniques that I use in my work, basically, to work with myself, to work with other women mainly, but guys, stick around because there's something for you too. In order to really embody change, because this is what somatic sexuality means, embodying sexuality better. In order to do that, well, you need certain practices, and they would have to be disruptive for whatever your practices are nowadays. It's not comfortable, I know, but you have at least my promise based on my living embodied experience and some of the experiences of the women that I've worked with, that if you stick to those in the long run, it doesn't happen overnight, not unless something revolutionary happens inside your body, but otherwise it's an organic growth, and you can start to feel more better, you can start to be more present, you can start to become aware how you were cutting your own experience, essentially, through improper breath, through mind wandering, through just impatience, through not moving enough, or through anything else that was blocking you and you were just, you had your blind spots. These programs are designed, so the practices in the Sex Dojo are designed to actually get you in a completely different vibe than the one you were before you joined. Now, if you're a guy, you have the sexuality programs. They're also in the Sex Dojo. Those were the programs that I had for Udemy before Udemy retired. A lot of instructors that were doing classes on relationships, seduction, sexuality. It was their choice to stop that entire thread, but all those programs are now on my platform, and you can learn a lot about massages. There's also an entire program of one-on-one sex coaching, and that is actually the way I do my coaching practice. It's just that it's pre-filmed. I can't give you feedback on what your practice is, but you get to still access my knowledge. So that's the next best thing to working with me one-on-one. And as I'll do other courses, because I have other courses in mind, I had them from a long time ago, or as I add more practices, if you've joined, you'll have access to those. I mean, everything that I add is there for you. So this is, in not so nutshell, who I am, what I'm about, how I do my work, and what my work consists of. I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have, well, we're 4,000 already, and to me this is a lot more than you can imagine. As I said in the beginning, I've built, with at least 1,000 people, I've built social movements in my country. On environmental protection, yeah, different, but that doesn't mean I can't make a sexual movement, social movement in your bedrooms with you people. And that doesn't mean that if you've grown in your lives, you're not going to have an impact on your lovers' lives, at least. So change happens that way. It's organic, it's slow, but it happens. Yeah, so stick around for the videos that I post every now and then. Support them if you feel that you're growing and that you want to see me bring more videos here. And consider joining my Instagram community for a different type of interaction. And also consider joining the Sex Dojo for Women. Even if you're a guy, you get to learn a lot of stuff. So yeah, join, enjoy, and I will see you in the next videos. Bye.